the Halo Championship Series Season 1 Finals presented by ESL. I'm Golden Boy, joined by my partner in crime, the one and only Bravo, as we're going to be bringing you the final matchup of today's broadcast. We have Cloud9 versus the Cinderella story of Noble Black. Absolutely amazing event. Look at your people in the crowd. You guys look gorgeous. Give yourselves a round of applause because you know you're feeling good. All right, Bravo, we got to talk about this game here, man. Great matchup in front of us. We just saw Cloud9. I mean, they were in top form, without a doubt, but no one can dispute that Noble Black is as hungry as they've ever been.
And we talked about it on day one, right? If Noble Black drop in their first match, we knew they could really make some damage in the loser's bracket. That's what they have done. They eliminated Optic Gaming earlier, and you see now they're here again, now up against Cloud9.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great matchup, folks. We thank you so much for joining us here in the venue at PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts, as well as on Twitch. Of course, guys, make sure you share the stream. Use the hashtag HCS when you're talking about it. You can get on the Twitters, you can get on the Facebooks, MySpace. I make that joke every single time. It's getting a little stale. Maybe some Tumblr. I don't know. What do you prefer to use, right? I mean, I think that, let's think of a random social media one. Instagram. There you go. Cool.
All right. That's good. That's a new
I don't know
one.
how you would share that, though. We have to take a picture. Of course, guys, let us know how you're, watching the event as well. But let's go ahead and talk about the bracket here, folks, because we have, again, the story here has been incredible. We had Noble Black. Their path through this bracket has been insane in the wild card matchup. They ended up defeating Vibe 3-1. Now, here's the funny thing. Ryanoob on Twitter said that he was calling it now. Vibe was to beat Noble Black. But Ryanoob had to eat his words there, unfortunately, because Noble Black, well, they're going way past
right.
here at this point.
Last night they sent Optic Gaming home. Earlier today they sent home Denial in double back-to-back upsets there. Maniac also had a funny tweet in response, of course, as Maniac, of course, was not a fan of that prediction.
I would imagine he wouldn't be.
Now we have Noble Black going up against Cloud9 here. It's going to be our losers bracket final. It's going to be a match for top 4.
Yeah, so guys, the implications here obviously are huge. Players are playing for their stake of $100,000 in the HCS Season 1 Finals here presented by ESL. Of course, the winner of this matchup faces the loser of the winner bracket matchup.
That's right, and that's going to be CLG and EG tomorrow. It's going to be quite a match. You heard Hines in his post-game interview talking about how he's looking forward to that. Only 2 weeks ago in Michigan, we saw EG make quick work of CLG 3-0 in the finals. Of course, CLG wants to rally back. CLG had a tough matchup against Denial there, narrowly squeezing it out. We talked about it so many times during the series. CLG could have lost that series time and time again. Actually, I'm excited to be back in the booth again. I had a chance to talk to Ogre 2 after that match. And I asked him about actually what went down during that. He actually, after he died at green, he got a health pack spawn, was so patient, and actually health ported to that plat ramps and was able to get that kill. We saw him get the last few seconds. But let's talk about Cloud9 here. Here they are with the 5th seed. You gotta love that team photo.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I mean, they look like a boy band right there. There's just the cheesy smiles all around. I mean, the Adonis himself, Fear itself, should be Adonis itself, right? That's funny.
Oh, that's good.
It's funny, real funny. And of course you got Ninja, Hysteria, Lanceria. This dude went off.
So, earlier today I was wondering, is Hysteria still the same player of old that we saw, in 2009 with his dominating performance, also in 2008 in Halo 3, everything that he did, and I think he answered the question, a triple positive in a Slayer. That's absurd.
And we cannot forget about the guy who rounds out that final boss duo there, Victory X, who, has been playing great throughout the weekend as well. And then on the other side, you have Noble Black. These guys have been through it all. And the craziest part about this team is HCS Cups is the reason why they're here today.
That's right. No top 8 placings at a LAN event, yes. So not only will they be placing top 8 here, they have secured top 6, now looking to secure top 4. They were able to get top 4 online in those last 2 online cups, 6 and 7, but they are certainly the underdogs coming in with the 8th seed. They've had the hardest road yet, right? They had to fight for their seed just to get into this bracket. But since dropping early on to Evil Geniuses, keep in mind, they did take a game off of EG. That was a sign of what is to come, right? The #1 seed. And now here is Noble Black ready to face Cloud9, and they could send their 3rd team home for their 3rd upset of the tournament if they do so.
I mean, I would have to say that, you know, looking at EG and the caliber of players that are on that team, comparing that over to Noble Black, you see champion. I mean, here's something for you. APG and Maniac, you know, they're the winners of the MCC Launch Invitational, alongside with Lethal and Formal, right? These players, I mean, tasted success at the start of the HCS season, you know, really to kick things off, right, at the Launch Invitational. Then they end up, you know, picking up Aries, who had an incredible run with Optic and Iron Gaming. We're starting to see shades of that come back.
Right.
But I have to talk about the man with the 24-inch pythons himself, Arcanum. This guy, man, he puts Hulk Hogan to shame, all right? Your boy at the end over there has a point to prove here in Boston, Massachusetts. Everyone said he is not a top 8 player. He should not be on a top 8 team. And he comes to this event with a chip on his shoulder, and he wants to prove everyone wrong. I'm a big fan of this guy. But of course, let's talk about the series layout here. These players are going to be battling it out. First off, in Warlord Captured Flag, expect a fast and frantic game. Then we're going to slow things down for Lockdown Slayer, moving over to my good friend Bob Shrine.
Great guy.
And then we have Lockdown Oddball and Warlord Slayer, if necessary. So we're going to get this one started in just a bit. Bravo, your final thoughts before we kick off game #1.
Yeah, players are loading in right now, and really what I'm looking to see is will Noble Black set the tone right out of the gate, right? Cloud9 knows they have everything to play for here, so looking forward to seeing if they can hang with this Noble Black squad, as they have quite the momentum through this loser's bracket.
All right, folks, go ahead, make some noise. It's time for game #1 here between Noble Black and Cloud9. And we have Fear itself on the screen to kick things off. And remember, guys, Fear itself, don't let it fool you. He is blind. He cannot see his screen, so he has to pretty much be within inches.
That's
in
right.
front of
Yeah, he can only see it if he. Right now, he is at the full lean. Fear itself has been at a few different viewing angles throughout his professional career. For a brief while, he actually sat really far back from the TV, but now he leans all the way into that screen. Let's switch over to his teammate, Victory X.
And Victory X now, of course, finding a player right in front of him is going to be Arcanum there. He's going to nail himself that kill. And throwing the flag down, really hoping to cause that distraction and force Noble Black to have to turn their attention over by the flag. And a yellow spawn for Noble Black will mean that they're going to be pushing from the right of Victory X. And he looks by the flat, finds Aries. That's a clean shot there. Another one right in front of him. Arcanum again. Is he coming back for seconds?
Wow.
And his Victory X is going to be there for the stop. Arcanum can't do anything. And Victory's pushing this one right through. Perhaps this could be the run that nets them their first.
Yeah, and that's going to continue on. Hysteria will continue that run. And Ninja there teaming up with Victory to get that kill as well. Let's see. 2 alive here for Noble Black. It's APG and Arcanum, but Hysteria is making moves here. He brings that flag in, and Cloud9 will go up 1-0 early in the first minute and a half.
I just want to say Victory X did his job there, Bravo. Yep. All he had to do, distract, get the flag down, get a couple key kills. He ended up getting 3 on that run, and that netted him that flag tap. But Ninja can't quite hold it down, though, as Noble Black's looking to make some moves. Who is the player moving the flag? It's actually going to be Arcanum here, but he has a player in front of him, so he will get picked. Maniac and the crew have to react to this, and Aries with this awesome combo here with the camo and the shotty.
Might try to get a touch here as well, but no, he is taken down. So like you said, that camo combo is going to be so important, but not enough to net this team, Noble Black team, an early flag cap. So let's go back over to Hysteria on the other side.
And he's going to be playing Greenleaf right by Medpack. I love this because he's just going to call out, right? He's not really going to concern himself too much with slaying at this point. He has his teammates down on the ground. He's doing his job. He's filling the role that is necessary at this time. Aries in the front. Puts down 3 shots on him, and he knows that Aries is going to be lingering around there, so he's just going to let his teammates worry about that. But 2 in front as APG, though, will fall to the shotgun.
With the shotgun zoom, and it's totally unnecessary, but it looked awesome there as Hysteria, dipsy-doodling around the ramp, picks up that kill as well.
He wanted to get a good look at him before he took him out with the shotgun, pretty much. So Hysteria, though, having to avoid all the nades. And here we go again, shades of what Victory X was doing before. Tosses the flag out, but unlike Victory, can't stay alive here with Fear itself on the prowl. He's looking to see if he can get a touch, but I don't know if it's necessary right now. Perhaps they can get it, but maybe they worry about slaying out. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Fear itself is facing a lot of odds there on the bottom of the map, but Ninja, his teammate, actually has the camo with the shotgun. Might go for a touch.
Ooh.
No, taken down as well.
Yeah, the best play there probably would have been to just stay hidden because he had that combo there, again, which we've been praising quite a bit, but, you know, a credit to Noble Black for shutting that one down. And now APG, though, can't stay alive because Victory X is back at it yet again, looking for side-base control, but Arcanum will be there for the stop. Over to him. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, you were saying Arcanum, one of your players to watch this tournament, undoubtedly. When we talked to him on day one, he said he is with a different squad. They are ready to play this weekend. So far in the losers bracket, that has indeed been the case.
Yeah, this is not the team that was eliminated by Reality Check at Gamers Forgiving. I mean, you know, this is a whole different squad here, man. They feel confident in each other. They're talking to one another. You can just really tell that this team, like, they're a team, they're a unit. And there you go. It's going to be 2 down here, and the flag's going to start moving. Could be the opportunity Arcanum was looking for, but he needs his teammate in the front to guard him. Up top, brilliant run here. Just going to take this one through. I love this run. He has Maniac there for support. This could be the cap they need, and yes, it is. Noble Black puts it on the board, making it 1-1.
I love that decision as well. We don't always see the top middle flag run on Warlord, but what top middle allows you to do is really play, select angles, get that flag to your plat, and it's so close to home, able to bring that in. Maniac ties the game up with the final cap.
That was wonderfully played from Arcanum. He read that one like a book. It was Shakespeare, man, and he reiterated every line. So let's see what Arcanum is going to do here off the spawn, because a player pushing him green, unfortunately, will not keep him alive, but on to APG, the one and only, who's actually throwing shots down by Victory X, and a clean headshot for him, looking to push this one forward here, but activity behind him. Has to be careful. That nade is going to drain the shields. No push just yet.
And that was Ninja right there, who is trying to stay alive in the nades. As a reminder, the winner will move on to the losers bracket finals here, and the loser is going to be going home on day 2.
I have to say, though, man, I mean, you know, top 4 here, these players are top 4 guarantee finish, you know, both teams. And I have to say, man, like, a lot of people doubted both squads, right? Because there was a story as well with Cloud9. A lot of people saying, like, this team, man, they struggle, they can't quite seem to get it together. But on LAN, this squad shows up. We saw it at Gamers Forgiving, and we're seeing it here at the Grand Finals.
Yeah, Hysteria now with an early pull there, right there. Looks like waiting for teammates to help. So he's just going to be a nuisance in his enemy's base. All he wants to do is lay down that covering fire. However, gets taken out by a grenade. So we'll go back to Ninja, who burns the camo as well. Fear itself, the only player alive for C9.
Yeah, so he's going to have to hold this attack off as best he possibly can. Fortunately for him, his teammates come off the respawn right away. Got 2 players actually down in front of him, just trying to stay up as best he can. Now that side base control is going to go to Arcanum and the boys. Let's see what they could do here. That was actually APG over by Green. Ninja finding one in front. That's going to be Aries going for the return, perhaps? No, there's going to be a player right next to him. He's going to have to double back here and stay alive. He has to reevaluate the situation. One in front. Flag's been pulled as well. And I think they have to just go on the chase here over by Green. He hasn't laid down any shots. He can't seem to get the angles, but 2 teammates of his are pushing up in the forward position. This could be it, but a cap is going to come through for Aries, making it 2-1. Can Cloud9 counter?
And right there, Golden Boy, I switched to Victory because Victory was in a position to stop. However, Aries still brings that in. You see Cam looking across his teammates' screens. They did not want to let that happen. That's barely bringing that flag cap in. We'll go back to Victory as Fear itself is on the respawn. 2-1 to Noble Black.
Man, I mean, I tell you, that was a heartbreaker there because he was within spitting distance of being able to return that flag. But Noble Black, man, just being able to react in those situations has just been something that set them apart from other teams throughout this competition. Now, Hysteria by Green, a familiar role that we've seen him play throughout this matchup here. Looking for the player that's going to be around him, not throwing down any shots just yet, choosing when to win this battle, or when to engage this battle, and also leave this battle.
I don't know how somehow stayed alive through that reload, but looks like Ninja will be the only player alive on C9 momentarily. Incredible stuff there from Hysteria. Let's go back over to the Noble Black side. We haven't seen much of Aries or Maniac. Let's spend some time with them.
Yeah, and speaking of Noble Black, they're moving this flag here. You have 2 players in front. Aries has been playing out of his mind. throughout this competition, finding fear itself. That's going to be a killing spree for Aries as well. Another one in front of him. Can he make slight work of him? Oh, but the Sentinel beam will find its way, and Aries' killing spree is stopped in its tracks.
And let's see if APG is going to be able to continue this flag run. It looks like, no, that flag is going to go back home. So Noble Black was running a flag, but now it's actually C9 who's running the flag. Here comes Hysteria. He's close to home. Going to toss to Ninja. We'll see if Ninja can bring this in. And yes, Ninja Cap, we're all tied up 2-2.
But, oh, and I wanted to point this out, though. A lot of effort went into bringing that flag back, but a credit to Cloud9's Victory X for just continuing to apply that pressure that was necessary and get Noble Black to focus their attention back on the flag that's down. APG, though, having to run away, getting meleeed.
No matter which way he went there on that portal, he was getting punched. So now over to Aries with the camo.
Yeah, and see what Aries is going to do here. And we have not seen camo be effective at all, Bravo, throughout this competition.
Yeah, it's been immediately neutralized in this series, especially in this game. Now over to Hysteria, who has tossed a flag out once again. That's because neither team wants to let the other team really start to run with that camo, right? It's so important that you don't let the other team take advantage of that. Both teams seem to be on top of the timing so far.
By the way, another capture for Cloud9 here. Hysteria's going to be moving in. He's going to get killed, though. Fear itself is going to be in the vicinity. Can he make it? No, he cannot. And I don't know if anyone from this squad is there to stop. Ninja can't do it
Victory,
either.
last player alive. So he's not going to get there.
Yeah, he will not be able to do anything about that. That will get returned. But at the very least, though, you know, if they could just prevent them from being able to throw the flag down, which Victory was able to do, luckily for him. It's still 2-2, just a reset now for both teams, but good on Noble Black to be able to react.
Yeah, it's a big return, right? At the 20-minute mark, right around here, 21 mark, you do not want to go one flag down. It's a little bit too close for comfort to the end of regulation. You want to make sure that neither team wants to allow a cap. There's a nice double kill from Victory.
And this looks like it's going to be some moves being made. Here's 3 down right now as Victory X takes this one right through. Can this be the third cap netted at around that 5-minute mark in regulation play? He's going to toss it up to Ninja. Ninja's going to be there for the cap, and he makes it happen. 3-2. Cloud9 is in the lead, but Noble Black is looking to come back as best they can.
Yeah, Noble Black got that one return, but like you said, they may have overcommitted on that return. As a result, Fear itself and the C9 crew are going to bring in a third flag here. 5 minutes left in regulation. Noble Black needs to answer.
Yeah, and it's going to be 2 down right now, I believe. 2 down for Noble Black here. But what Fear itself is going to do is just continue to play this one out, right? He's not going to concern himself with moving forward just yet. He wants to ensure he gets the call out at least. But he got the call out. Nades, though, smartly enough sent by Noble Black to stop that rush, which means that's going to be 2 down, 3 down. Ninja's by himself to defend, and he's over by his flag. So at the very least, he's in this position, but can't quite do anything about it.
That's a big kill when you're the last player alive. Yeah. Getting a single trade to help your team off the respawn is huge. Now Victory finds himself as the lone C9 player. Great pressure from Noble Black as they start to make a move into the C9 base.
I look at it as he did get the trade, but you know, honestly, man, like the way that Noble Black is pressuring them right now, I'm not really. I don't feel too confident in Cloud9 being able to fend off this attack here.
Arcanum unfortunately misses right there on the grab. That's going to cost him just an extra second as he tries to move this flag across the map, but he will be taken down.
Can't do anything about that one, though. Aries is going to be in front. Another player. That's going to be Victory. One more for the dub, perhaps. Yes, he gets it. Can't stay alive for the trip. He was getting shot from top mid. Fear itself was that player. Camo in his hands again. And just, you know, barely any shields remaining, too. But he sees that shotgun. He's probably going to go for that.
And I have to say, a big return there from Hysteria. Aries was able to pick up the double, but not before Hysteria was able to be very aware of the situation, get that bottom mid flag return. Score will stay 3-2.
Yeah, I didn't see that he had a shotgun in the pocket already. He has a teammate with him, too. So he's going to throw this one down, but the camo will fall.
That was big nades there, actually, from APG. He will go down as well. Maniac and Arcanum, only players alive for Noble Black.
Remember, guys, when the time hits 15 minutes, that means regulation play concludes, and it goes into overtime if the game is tied. Presently, though, 3-2. If the game ended right now, Noble Black would lose his matchup Cloud9 with the W. But it seems like Noble is going to be able to stop that attack. And they're going to look to throw this flag down. You have Arcanum with that support on the other side of the base here, but they got to recover their flag. Arcanum now has to hold this one on his side as best he can because he needs his teammates to be able to return it, but he can't stay alive long enough.
That's right, both flags are still out. Looks like Fear itself with the flag on the spawn as well. We'll show that for just a moment. He's waiting for that flag to return. Yes, it does. That means Cloud9 goes up 4-2 with under 3 minutes left in regulation.
Dangerous territory here for Noble Black as they're doing their absolute best to push forward, but Cloud9 doing everything right at this point in time. At the halfway mark, that's really what it's all about. Switching over to APG though, because he is going to have that camo, and this could be the thing that they need. The combo that is necessary, that shotgun camo combination, but he cannot die here. He has to stay alive.
That's right, he has to. He's now pushing into the enemy. Teammate will drop, so that does not look good. Of course, you want to have numbers heading into the opponent's base so you can get that flag pull. Looks like they were ready for the camo, but it's good enough right here. They might be able to get this pull. They have 2 minutes to get 2 caps. They need to tie the game. This camo might be the key if they can keep running it.
Oh no, he falls right on a grenade. He left him a little present there. APG can't get away from that. That was Ninja with that kill. Aries, though, picks it up, trying to take it through the portal. He does manage to do so. Wow. Shots coming around, and that flag is going to go down. Can they return it, though, is the question. Not just yet, it seems. And yes, they do manage to get that return. So it seems like they have to just get this one recovered.
That's all it is. I mean, right there, Noble Black trying to make a last-second move, a desperate effort to get a flag cap, but they're not able to bring it in. Fear itself, my gosh, has the camo again. Going to make it nearly impossible for Noble Black to secure 1, let alone 2 flags in the last minute and a half.
Absolutely melts him with that Sentinel beam, but Fear itself might not be able to stay alive long enough with this camo here. They're defending their base. 1 player over by the med pack. Those nades should make quick work of him, though. Seems like he is going to fall. That will be Maniac. No, never mind. I stand corrected. That was Arcanum who managed to stay alive. Don't know how. Players cross map with that Sentinel beam as well. Flag gets thrown down, and that's Fear itself. No, he can't get the recovery, though. Can't get the recovery just yet. Victory X looking to make that stop happen. It's going to be down at this point in time. You have Maniac with this flag over by Green, but they have under a minute here, Bravo, to execute on 2 flags.
They did not get the flag return, so APG is going to have the flag. Actually, let's see if anyone is now in position to return. It's Arcanum who might try to go for the grab, actually, with his teammates. That flag is still out for just a second. Aries is the one that's going to try to make a play. Here he is. Let's see if he can get a touch. No. The answer is no. C9 denies it. Once again, that flag will reset. Now over to Arcanum. He goes down. So does APG. We can't keep up. 3 down once again. Let's go over back to Fear itself. 30 seconds left. Cloud9 looks like they're about to close this out.
Yeah, and you know, I have to say, Aries tried to strong side it there, but as Sim says all the time, the battle rifle hits like a hammer, and he is so right there, man. You can strong side all you want, but that battle rifle will find its way. You know, it will actually net you 1 in the death column there. Fear itself running away from this. He knows that they have this matchup in the bag with 5 seconds left on the clock here. 4-2 will be the score. Wow. And Cloud9 will take game number 1 against Noble Black in this matchup.
And that's insult to injury right there. That last camo and kill from Fear itself, controlling the end of the game. And I have to say, Fear itself and crew, they were on top of the camos. They had map control. They started to win those side base battles. That was key. And I felt like towards the end of the match, Golden Boy, Noble Black started to get a little bit desperate. I said when Cloud9 capped their go-ahead flag, Noble Black just needed to keep playing their game, right? They were neck and neck the entire game. I felt like Noble Black lost a little bit of steam towards the end. Cloud9 kept them at bay. They maintained a man advantage throughout almost the entire match. Taking a look here now at the stats.
Well, the story here, Ninja, a good showing from him. 2 captures. He was really that player that was there to receive the captures, though, and that worked out really well for them because, you know, to put yourself in that kind of a position when all the nades are flying through, definitely something you have to admire. 38 kills, 32 deaths there. On the other side, though, you got to point out Hysteria with 29 assists. He was sitting over by Green a lot and supporting his team as best he possibly can. That was a good role for him to play there. Maniac also tried to do the same thing, but could not quite make it happen. There you see Maniac and Aries as they gear up for game number 2 here, folks. And guys, we want to hear what you think. Make sure you get on Twitter. Use the hashtag HCS. Who do you think is going to take this matchup? Is it going to be Ninja and the boys of Cloud9 or Arcanum and Noble Black? Sound off on Twitter. Make sure you include @Halo as well to tell the story of what's going on here. Tweet the stream too if you have the chance. There's so many amazing games to come here, you know, throughout the competition. We have winner bracket finals tomorrow, loser bracket finals, and grand finals. It's definitely going to be a good time to watch some Halo.
Oh, it is. I mean, day 2 has already been such a treat here. I feel like after every series, we're left shaking our heads at how close the games are. We've gone to game 5 so often here now, and game number 2 in this losers bracket round 3 is going to be Team Slayer on Lockdown.
there's APG as he's, I think, talking to one of the referees on the stage, looking to get this matchup started here. The teams have not quite set it up just yet, but as you said, yes, it's Lockdown Slayer. Things are going to slow down considerably at this point in time because of the way that Team Slayer operates, and you know, or Team Slayer Lockdown, I should say, operates. It's a slow map. Sometimes it can speed up, it can get a little crazy, but you know, oftentimes though, it's a lot slower than most.
Yeah, yes indeed. Then game number 3 is going to be King of the Hill Lockdown. And then, excuse me, no, I misread the table here. And game number 3 is going to be Neutral Bomb Shrine. So once again, very similar to Losers Bracket Round 1, where those game types slow down just a bit. Neither of them as fast as 5 Flag CTF Warlord. So this will be a little bit of a new test for these two squads. We'll see if Cloud9 can continue this. They were able to hold off the Noble Black onslaught in game 1.
That's very true. That's very true. Noble Black, man, they definitely bring it, you know, like at the start of the game. But for Cloud9 also kind of feeds off of that too, right? That's the other thing, right? Cloud9 really feeds off of that energy, that you know, just the craziness of it all. And it seems like both teams have actually, I would say, kind of tailored their play styles to this fast and frantic way. This game type, like you said, interesting challenge for both sides here. There you can see the breakdown if you're just joining us. Cloud9 ended up winning game 1, 4-2, onward to Lockdown Slayer. Yeah,
Lockdown Slayer is going to be up next, and you know, I personally love this game type. I know it's a little bit slower. We are, just as a little bit of a teaser, we're looking at some different things that we can do on this game type. We've talked to some pro players, getting some feedback on moving things like weapons around, adding things to potentially speed that game type up just a bit. But here in the Season 1 Finals, it is going to be traditional, classic Lockdown Team Slayer. I happen to love this game type, the strategy and the tactics. You get to see the team set up on those pushes, which you don't always get on each Halo game type.
Dropping some little hints there, huh?
Yeah, so that's one of the things we're working on.
Little hints, you know, quote-unquote hints.
Yeah, we'll probably have more of that to share, of course, in the offseason ahead of Season 2. But right now, these players are loading in to Lockdown Team Slayer.
All right, folks. There, of course, you can see a big thank you to Reed, Pop, as well as ESL, 343 Industries, and Twitch, as we're getting ready to go here. If you're just joining us, Halo Championship Series Season 1 Finals. These two teams are fighting for an opportunity to play the loser of the winner bracket matchup. That will be tomorrow morning. Make sure you guys join us for that. Let's jump over, though, to Ninja with the sniper, a familiar thing that we've seen in the past here, as he's looking to pick off a player in the bottom mid, but he has Hysteria there for coverage and has to bail that one because he knows there could be some pressure over by Blue Lip.
Yeah, those nades coming into Library from under glass as well. I started things off with Hysteria mainly because I'm curious, can he put up the same Slayer performance he did in the last series, going 24-8 triple positive. They're going to look to both him and Ninja to make sure they have a substantial lead here in this game. If you're Cloud9, you want to win this series 3-0 heading into tomorrow.
For me, I think, you know, I don't think he's going to be able to pull off that kind of... Oh, my goodness gracious! Maniac has to take a seat because Ninja told him to. My goodness, that was a good shot.
Crazy shot there. I love that angle that he's using, jumping over that pillar to catch an opponent off guard with the quick scope. So a little bit of an early lead here for Cloud9 by just a bit. Now 4-2, about a minute and a half into the match. Here he is watching this blue angle as those nades are flying up. Those right there are the nades that one CLG, that lockdown Team Slayer. You can easily take out a sniper who's hanging out top VR, top open ramp.
Look at this push here at the bottom mid. Ninja has to be careful. Those nades flying through. He manages to get out of there, but he's not going to get the headshot. That sniper, I think, fell off the map. I'm not certain, though.
Let's see. We will check the other screens, and it looks like that is the case. No players are dropping down on the Noble Black side, so it looks like that sniper may indeed be off the map. It looks like Hysteria actually on the other side has pushed all the way across. He's a snipe fighting alone, trying to find a player right here on S3.
And he's going to see, oh, he actually gets some hit markers over by the VR tower. The shotgun's going to push forward, though. Who is that that's getting aggressive like that?
I think that's actually going to be Ares. Yeah.
Ares, though, finding one, finding the double kill as well, making it 10-5. Noble Black starting to heat up as they manage to make the lead 5 in their favor. Looking over by the blue lift, of course, is going to be another thing, too. He has to be careful about whoever's going to push up top, as well as anyone that's going to push over by the elbow. There goes that beautiful sniper rifle, like a gift from the Guardians. Let's see what Ares is going to do here.
Yeah, here, right. I like what I see. May I remind you also, we were just tied 5-5. So now Noble Black on quite a spree as they're up by 6, 12-6.
Ooh.
But There comes Cloud9. Ninja picks up the shotgun and the sniper. We'll see if he can get his team back in this. They're down by 5 kills, but they do have the power weapons and the location. Of course, Lockdown Team Slayer is all about that sniper rifle. No matter which way you slice it, you can hang out anywhere on this map and get the lead.
I also want to point out, too, smart play from Cloud9. He ditched the shotgun. A lot of players who may be tuning in who are fans of just Halo matchmaking may say, why would you drop the sniper and the shotgun? Well, it's because you want to spread out the power weapons amongst your teammates. You don't want to give the enemy both weapons. In that instance, that's exactly what would have happened if Aries got the shotgun, but he also has the snipe too, and this might be a tad bit more deadly as Aries looking to put some more shots down. Finds one. That's going to be the assist. Can he find the second one as well? He's going to be hovering around S1 perhaps? No, he's just going to continue to sniff this one out and find players cross map.
Yeah, 19-9. Noble Black continuing to pull away here at the 11.5 mark. They're looking good, but look at, I mean, Cloud9 continues to answer back with these pushes. However, that's not quite reflected on the scoreboard.
Oh, and he's not able to get the stick though, and that was a push from Cloud9 there to send 2 players over by the snipe tower. APG has to hold this one off with his teammate. They managed to get the respawn. Sword's going to be right in front of him as well, so that means they can at least watch that Gandhi hop jump there. Of course, shots forward here for APG, and 22-11. Noble Black is looking good as they're nearing that halfway point in this matchup.
I have to interrupt us right here. Maniac has pushed across. He's stolen the sniper rifle at front library. See if he can make some magic happen here, but that's a big push for Maniac. He just walks straight into library, got a kill, now has a sniper rifle. They have more than double the score of their opponent.
And Maniac's actually going to push up. He's going to wait for that guy to cross around. That's an assist for him. They know that he's there. He has 2 shots remaining in that sniper rifle. Maybe he can get a body shot and then another assist, or he just goes as what Maniac does for 2 headshots. Let's see what's going to happen here. He knows players are going to be at the BR tower perhaps. Gets to call outs that it's cleared though. So moving forward, they can hold this one comfortably, but they have to be cautious about that library spawn.
Yeah, they do indeed put a big, big lead here. I really like what I'm seeing from Noble Black. They did not let that game 1 let them down, right? They're focused here on what they can do, and Maniac shooting the grenade out of Victory's hand now. Score 33-15.
And the player's going to be pushing him up top. What's Maniac going to do here? He gets out of there, but I think that sniper is going to stay at the hop up there by BR Tower. So they need to be careful about that, but the sniper's not going to do all that much at this point. They really just need to make sure, if you're Cloud9 at least, that they have to get priority over by that snipe tower.
And let me say, typically we talked about it before the game, typically you see Lockdown Team Slayer as quite a slow-paced game type, but the second the team starts to pull away, you're going to see a little bit faster pace because Noble Black has the luxury now of trading kills if they want. They can play pretty aggressive with very little risk.
And this is the situation that Noble Black wants to be in, Bravo, right? They thrive in these scenarios, but look at Cloud9, they also thrive when the action gets fast and heavy. There goes the new combo. Aries finishes it up. Hysteria can't do anything about that one though, but Fear itself will find one, but Aries gets the double there as well.
And Ninja taken down. We just watched 3 players on Cloud9 fall. Victory was the only one alive for a moment. This is getting out of hand, Golden Boy, 38-18.
Yeah, and again, you mentioned before the trades, right? Cloud9, they can't sacrifice these trades. 11 kills, and Noble Black gets game 2 under their belt. But for Cloud9, they have to get 30 kills. They can't trade.
You know, I have not seen a win like this in Lockdown Team Slayer in quite some time here. It's 40-20. They maintain that double of their the Cloud9 score. We're on board with APG, who's hanging out around top open range.
That shotgun can cause a lot of problems there. There goes that assist too. He knows there's going to be a player potentially back ramp or by library. There's Hysteria, his victim, but his teammate will be there for that kill. Oh, but he manages to stay alive here. So does he go for it? But the sword is going to find him right behind. APG got a little bit startled there as Hysteria now will come around the corner. Now, they're not out of it yet, but they cannot get reckless with trading kills. That's what Noble Black wants them to do. Hysteria with this sword could very well bring them in a much more forgiving position in this matchup. But remember, guys, it's still very, very risky for Cloud9.
I was going to say the same thing. I don't see a world where Cloud9 is able to get back in this match. It would require certainly a miracle as Arcanum now picks up another kill with the combo. They're 5 kills away from winning this game now, 46-25. Gets a few P-shotter shots off. Here's now on board with Aries trying to finish that kill, but he's back whacked as well. Let's go back on board with Cloud9.
And Victory X, 5-yard tower, 3 kills remaining, and then Cloud9 loses game number 2 here. Looking over at the other side, though, you actually have, I would say, Noble Black fighting from the back here because they're all bottom blue lift.
Yeah, let's show those really quick. We have Maniac, who's here on the elbow trying to stay alive. His teammate, APG, also down at bottom blue. So Noble Black's going to be forced to fight from a disadvantageous position here at bottom blue, and they're going to continue spawning here unless one player spawns out. Yes, Aries spawns out. He spawned bottom BR around Sword. We'll see if he can make the push that breaks the Cloud9 setup.
3 more kills here, folks. Noble Black takes it. Victory's going to be there. He's going to be the 48th. No, that's going to be a snipe from Ninja. Aries had no idea that was coming. A snipe out of nowhere. APG, though, looking to find Ninja. That shotgun looking to do work, but he can't stay alive as well.
Oh my gosh, and here comes Arcanum. He's actually, we'll go back to Maniac, who is still trying to make the snipe push. Looks like he's going single-handedly now, finds Hysteria. They need 1 kill.
Hysteria is up top. No, he gets out of there. Won't matter, though, because that's going to do it. Noble Black will take game number 2. We're guaranteed a game 4 here, folks. They're going to win 50-36.
Which is pretty incredible. Like you said at the end, Cloud9 putting up a few extra points to make that a much more respectable loss. It was 40-20. We were almost looking at a stake situation there.
Yeah.
But instead, Noble Black wins that game 50-36. So that final scoreboard not really indicative of how the actual game went at all.
Yeah, and also another thing to keep in mind, too, is that really Noble Black, they knew that Cloud9 had to chase him. And when you chase, you make mistakes.
Yep, and they started, like we said, they started to trade towards the end. So that's why you see the scoreboard a little bit different. Cloud9 ends the game with a little bit more respect, though, in terms of the numbers there.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for game number 2. Game 3 coming up next here as we have Bomb Shrine coming up. That's going to be a good one. Again, another one of those slower paced game types. Can get a little crazy when the bomb finds its way over to either side, but take a look at the post-carnage report, seeing what we have here. We have Aries 16 and 13 with 11 assists. Only one to go double there on the assist category for his team. But still, though, what it really boils down to is just how Noble played as a unit. They were thinking about the pushes. They were, considering, hey, we can trade kills. We're okay with that.
Yep.
Very intelligent play out of Noble. Now going into game 3, though, everything shifts. Everything changes. It's an objective game type here. Bravo, got to ask you, what are you looking at for both teams?
Unsurprisingly, Ninja taking a few glances at the camera while he discusses strategy there with his teammates. But in this next game, let's see, what is it going to be here? Excuse me, I lost my place. Oddball on lockdown here, I believe.
Game 4 would be Oddball lockdown, so we're going to Bomb Shrine.
Cool. Yeah, neutral Bomb Shrine. I'm thinking in this match, Noble Black came out of that match and they were super aggressive off the start, which is what we needed to see from them. They just need to continue that momentum. If we actually look back to that game 1, I feel like they came out hitting hard enough, but they couldn't handle that throughout the entire match, right? A very different game there in Team Slayer on lockdown. So looking forward to seeing if Noble Black can carry that momentum into game number 3.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Noble Black because, again, it was one of those situational things. I mean, without a doubt, they played phenomenal in lockdown. Shifting over here to objective, again, that mentality changes, the tone changes, but even for Cloud9 as well, right? Just shaking it off and having to move on is the big question here. One thing I actually spoke with Ninja about, prior to their matchup against, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Straight ripping. Okay.
Right.
Whew, my goodness gracious, I'm old age catching up. So prior to their matchup against Straight Rippin', I was like, how you guys feeling? How's the communication? Are you guys arguing? And he was like, nope, all smiles here, win or lose, all smiles. So
yeah,
that's good for them.
It is, and I think Ninja redeemed himself in that game 5 as well, in that last series. Excuse me, not in the final game of that series. So in that game 3. So now, taking a look at this series so far in this best of 5, Cloud9 was able to take Warlord CTF 4-2. Noble Black with a big win on Lockdown Slayer. Now heading over to Bob Shrine.
Oh, man. Good old Bob Shrine. If you're out there, buddy, tweet me. So, yeah, we have, again, a great matchup in front of us, folks. Make sure you're sharing it. Let everyone know what's going on. This matchup is for the loser bracket finals. So, guys, if you're out there in the crowd, can we make some noise, please? Come on. Make some noise. Maybe we'll send, maybe if you guys make enough noise, we'll send Clutch out there to throw out some T-shirts. How about that, okay? Let's do that.
No, it's awesome we have a packed house here, Golden Boy. In between matches, I actually go out to watch, and I don't have a seat, which is really actually fine with me. You know, it's awesome to have a packed house here at PAX East in Boston. Now these two teams fighting for top 4 in the losers bracket final.
That's right, folks. Let's go ahead and jump into it. It's going to be Fear itself's POV out the gate here. And Cloud9 now, they, again, you know, losing game 2, it's like, all right, you just got to shake it off. The game 3 swing here is really what's going to matter. But even though you win game 3, doesn't mean you win the series. I mean, you know, or you get that energy to win the series, because it could just motivate a team like Noble Black to just answer back even more than they do, you know, if they had won the matchup, right? This team, anything can happen with this squad. Even Cloud9, though, with that energy is something you always got to keep in mind. They really thrive in those fast-paced situations.
That's right. Now, Victory does have the Rockets pushing in, so we'll see. We're going to switch over to him for just a moment. He is on his enemy's side. Fear itself is moving the bomb through the shotgun right now. Hysteria has a sniper in ring. He's going off, hitting shots across the map. That might be 4 dead. Yes, for Noble Black right now. They're going to start that arm in the first minute.
And look at what Victory is doing with those nades. I mean, just being able to put the nades down like that, and he manages to stay alive in the enemy base too.
And Hysteria is still alive with the sniper rifle as well. You know, I don't have any words there. That was textbook. I don't even want to say it's textbook because we haven't quite even seen that yet. A dominating push. Hysteria hits a quick scope and ring. Victory pushes with the rockets. Fear itself goes straight in, and Cloud9 out of the gate. They scored in 50 seconds on Neutral Bomb Assault on Shrine. It's pretty unheard of.
Yeah, I have to say, man, super impressive there. And it has to be a morale loss for Noble Black without a doubt. But let's see how they're going to respond here. Coming out of the base is going to be a challenge, especially when you have Hysteria, who's hanging out by the bridge there, just laying down some fire.
Yeah, and Fear itself is bringing the bomb in again on the turret. So here comes Cloud9 once again. Look at this.
I'm just not even going to speak. Just let Cloud9 do what they do, period. That's it. I mean, it looked fantastic this entire time. They do need to back each other up, though. They might be moving for a second bomb plant here. But
it looks like actually just as quickly, Hysteria and Victory were both taken out, so Ninja was the last player alive. So that's another great push there from Cloud9. However, answered back by Noble Black. They defend their base well to make sure they do not go down to an early 2-0 deficit. If that had happened, that might have been the fastest 2 Neutral Bomb Assault arms in the ACS yet.
Yeah, for sure. That actually is very true there, Bravo. I have to say, though, for Cloud9, they really, sometimes, man, this team just surprises you, right? They've done it so many times where it's like, a lot of people say, like, they're not a team that sweeps other teams, right? Usually take a match off of them, or, you know, they don't really bring that energy. And look at Hysteria, though, as a matter of fact, with the sauce, and he's going to land it. Good stuff there. But Cloud9, man, has really just been so impressive throughout this tournament, and more so in the opening segment of this matchup here. But now over to Aries and Noble Black. Let's see what they could do as they have to answer back. And they're looking to put that pressure in the base, so finally going to be able to answer back. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, I got to say, those are great shots from Aries across the map from Ring 3. Picking up that kill might put them in a little bit of an advantage to move in, but no, Aries is pushed back right away.
What do you think about this particular play as well, right? He's, you know, they have a teammate over by the hut that was actually going to be Maniac. You know, obviously that's the area that you want to, you know, push out, you know, from time to time. It's one of those spots. How do you feel about what Noble Black's doing right now, Bravo?
I like what they're doing. I think they're playing this very methodical. They're not trying to take any shortcuts. They know they need to get control of that center structure, that's Ring, before they really do anything, and then they can start getting into the enemy's hut. You know, you can kind of start to cheat into the hut a little bit as long as you have your opponents in the right position, but I think Noble Black knows exactly what they need to do in this match, and they're just going to try to get control of the map, take it one step at a time.
Aries has to stay alive here. Rocket's going to be up as well, and he manages to live through that one. Hasn't picked up the Rockets just yet, though, because he has no shields, and the nade will find its way, but you know the call out was made. Let's see if they end up picking up those Rockets, because that is going to be so important for them, and no one has picked it up yet. In fact, it's going to be Ninja from Cloud9 who gets it, and he gets the triple kill as well. That is going to be 3 down for Noble Black here. Is that going to be the other kill? No, not the case, but still a good run for Ninja there.
Yeah, Ninja wanted that. He wanted to pop out and get that 4th kill, so Victory will continue and advance on what Ninja has started, getting the bomb into his opponent's courtyard.
And the shotgun will not be able to kill Victory there. The rocket will clear him out instead, and they managed to make some moves.
That's big plays from Mysteria, who just came in to help out Victory. He first fires that rocket, then cleans up the one shot. Momentarily 3 dead for Noble Black. Ares is behind him in the hut, though. It'll make it difficult. There's Ares cleaning up those 2 kills. So we're going to try to toss that bomb out of the base if possible.
Yeah, now it's time for them to be able to get the power weapon control, you know, clear out their base as best they can, and really just start to function in waves to get that bomb over to the other side. But they couldn't kill the guy that was hanging around by the hut. That came back to bite them in the butt there. Arcane trying to stay up. Another triple kill for Ninja. That's 2 in a row here. Ninja is on fire as he's pushing up with his team. Victory's going to be right by the battle rifle. They're going for the plant. They're about halfway now. Can they make this happen? Ninja, though, he's by himself. He is going to have a teammate right by that turret. Or no, I apologize. He has an enemy right by that turret. He has to find himself to stay alive here as much as he can to give his squad that opportunity to push up, and it looks like he might have just done that for the time being, but Cloud9's run has stopped for right now.
And I tell you, what a play there from Ninja, back-to-back triple kills to set his team up for success in the enemy's base. However, I didn't like the 2 players were on the bomb arm zone, right? The single nade got both of them weak. That significantly hampered their ability to go for an arm. Now over to Ninja once again with a sniper rifle in hand.
It looked like Ninja just wanted to keep it, a double kill for him. He's actually playing lights out here. Without a doubt, he's playing great. You know, I just wanted to point out about that last run there. Cloud9 and Noble Black, really, it was just a matter of these two teams just, you know, kind of clashing, butting heads, and Noble Black were able to edge him out there, right? They had the numbers game that played out in their favor. But man, the way Cloud9 approached that, it looked like they were all set.
And Ninja is just lighting up opponents across the map. I think we've seen him in the last few minutes get nearly 10 kills, if not more. Look at this, another back of the head headshot there. Sees a player on range 3, but needs to know that he's out of ammo as he has some help here.
Yeah, he lined that up too. Probably could have gotten it, but you know, you never know in Halo, right? But no ammo won't happen. We'll never find that out. Victory X gets cleared as well, right by the ring 2 area in the structure. There goes the sniper there, and I think that was the Noble sniper. Fear itself, though, cannot stay alive with that long enough to do anything with it.
Yeah, Ares now with the bomb. He's going to try to make something happen here, but like I said, Noble Black is not going for any sneaky stuff here. They're really taking their time, very methodical, something that we sometimes see CLG do. They take their time with their kills. They make sure everyone is cleared out of ring. They all are on the same page. Typically, these 4 players can play pretty quick, but we're not seeing that here on Neutral Bomb Shrine.
Yeah, they don't really need to concern themselves with, you know, being all fast-paced. They have so much time on the clock to work with. Ares manages to stay alive here, about half of the shields remaining, but he's going to toss it over to his teammate, and this could be the opportunity they were looking for. APG is going to have it inside of the bomb area. Nades are going to be flying in. Ares stays alive, brings it in here. He's going to have about a quarter shields remaining, halfway now, and that bomb halfway to being planted there. You got Noble pushing up. APG picks it up. Now he's going to get it. Yes, he does.
I mean, he
Noble Black
out.
answers.
Yeah, APG stepped out for just a second. Thank goodness APG gets right back in, and they get that arm. So we'll see if Cloud9 can answer back now. We're all tied up 1-1 here with 7 minutes left in regulation.
You said it, Bravo, before. They played their game. It was methodical. They took their time with their kills. They looked at the clock and knew they do not have to concern themselves with playing like madmen. They can just continue to play the Noble Black game, and it's paid out for them here. Tied matchup between these 2 teams. We don't expect any less at this point in the competition, folks. You know, their stake of $100,000 is on the line. Ares now on the move. Let's see what he could do as he has the rockets in hand.
Yeah, he does have the rockets. That's why I wanted to switch on over to him, see if he can make some things happen with those long-distance rockets that he's thrown a few of those so far in this tournament, engaging Hysteria with some pretty good shots.
Yeah, and you know, just getting him to drop back, and Ares, I don't know how he manages to get out of there. Somehow, some way, man, and he knows, hey, I'm just going to burn these rockets. They're not going to do anything for me.
He's just panicking and getting paranoid there, has some help, and is able to clean up that kill on Hysteria along with Maniac, his teammate. So now we enter the 6 minute left in regulation point. Perfect timing. Ares is going to grab a sniper rifle as well.
Yeah, and this is the enemy snipe here, folks. So if he brings his back to the other side, they can't do anything about it. They're spawning over by the rocks as well. Unfortunately, that rock is going to block his vision, And it's going to be an assist for him. A couple players pushing the rocks now. APG with the beatdown. It's going to be inside of the enemy base here. That's going to be the headshot, and he has the coverage, but they got to be mindful of the hut spawn as well because they have rocks covered as well. That's going to be a body shot, maybe an assist. Yes, it will be. Aries is doing his job. Now off the rock spawn. Aries continuing to lay down that fire there. The pressure. He has his teammate there as well. Aries is doing his job, but they do not have a hand on the bomb just yet. Now it's going for the arm. APG halfway, but the bomb is going to fall there as Nades finds its way over to APG. Arcanum's turn to shine. A nade kill in the front. Can Arcanum make this happen? That's one in front. That's Ninja. He's going to go for the plant, and that's going to be the plant, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1. Noble, incredible plays.
I cannot believe it, Golden Boy. Amazing stuff indeed. Arcanum just so slow there, taking his time, gets the kills he needs. And I have to tell you, that was about a 45-second to 1 minute duration from them getting control. You saw they had sniper control. Even when they lost 2, they did everything they needed, and they go up on the scoreboard.
I have to say, man, so impressed with Noble Black throughout this matchup, but Cloud9 has the opportunity to bounce back here. Arcanum, though, with their snipe, is going to look to end that run as best he possibly can. We do have, what is this, just under 5 minutes left on the clock here, folks. So Cloud9 has to make moves here. Remember, guys, we're going to Game 4 guaranteed. So we have plenty more Halo between these two teams to come, but this matchup has been incredible, and a headshot there for Arcanum as he finds one. It's going to be Fear itself.
I have to say, so incredible. When I switched to Arcanum when he was the last player alive around the hut, I did not think he was going to be able to turn that into an arm for his team. He does, though, and now Hysteria on the other side is moving the bomb in. No, he's taken down. Looks like Ninja and Fear itself, the only players alive for Cloud9 for the moment.
Yeah, they're not in the best of positions as well. I mean, Ninja being trapped in the shotgun tunnel here, that's going to be nades flying in every single direction. That bomb might be resetting in about 15 seconds if Cloud9's not too concerned about it, though. They do have ring control, so you got to look for Noble to actually push this one forward. And Cloud9 is going to lose the bomb to Noble. Noble's going to make moves here, but they're holding the bomb. So the bomb is not going to be appearing on the map, and he gets it, you know, past the 50-yard line here. So Cloud9 has to react.
They do right here. Noble Black does have the sniper rifle in hand, and it's going to be Maniac who tries to pick a player off of ring 3, but I have to tell you, Ninja also has the rockets in ring 1. So Maniac is now looking for him. Those two players might actually find each other right now.
Yeah, he's actually looking right at him, and he's going to get the headshot there. Maniac, a smart play out of him, but he can't follow up with a double kill there. You can see the frustration on his face as APG is looking to stop this player. Fear itself with the bomb now, and he has a teammate Ninja right next to him as well. Arcanum just continuing to be as effective as he possibly can. Hysteria, though, inside of the hut here as he wants to cause some problems here for Noble Black.
Yeah, Hysteria staying alive, doing well to keep the pressure here on his opponent's base. This is one of the best places to do it. You talked about it last series, Golden Boy. If you're able to stay alive in the opponent's hut, it can really spell disaster for them as they won't really be able to push out whatsoever. So that's what Hysteria is thinking right now and trying to do.
Oh, managed to get out of there, or tried to get out of there, I should say, but not going to be the case. Ninja now at the front, ring 1, bomb in front, though. Oh, those rockets finding its way forward. Who was that? They had the rockets on Noble.
That's going to be Arcanum actually in ring there. He's going to be pushing out. He had some help. He does throw the bomb out for just a little bit. Keep an eye on the clock in the bottom right. Noble Black, all they need to do is continue playing their game, just slay on the map. They are pushing in numbers, and that's what they need to do. On the other side of the stage, Cloud9 needs to make something happen, and I just saw Hysteria pull off an incredible move with the sniper to stay alive, a double no-scope to stay alive in his own base as he looks across. He has 2 minutes left to get his team back in this match. They need to push now.
Good shot there on APG as Hysteria advances forward. Bomb reset right by ring 1 as it goes throughout the entire match here. Let's see if he's going to find this player on ring 3, though. Hysteria looking forward. He has to just take his time with this, and that's going to be a sniper kill from as well, clearing that side of the map. One player in the front. That will be a teammate there for that pick as well. Maybe he gets a headshot. No, he gets the body shot. And that snipe, I believe, runs out of ammo there. Let's see what Maniac and the crew can do as they have that bomb. They, you know, inside of ring still, and a beautiful BR from Maniac manages to stay alive.
Such a consistent shot. Notice the expression on his face doesn't change whatsoever. Just cool, calm, and collected here with about 1 minute and 15 left before the end of regulation, and they are up. Hysteria has gotten his sniper rifle back on the other side. We'll see if he can do anything with that.
And here's the thing. You don't have to turtle. You don't have to stay inside of the base. Keep playing your game. If you're Noble, that's what you want to do. Cloud9, really, I mean, they're the ones that they have to continuously run into your bullets, right? I mean, that's kind of just how it's going to work out for Noble. Cloud9 needs to break the setup here. They have control of the ring, but Maniac actually trying to stay alive. There's going to be one more player in the ring as well, I believe. Who is this? That's Arcanum, who's actually hanging around just outside of it. So he managed to drop out. Bomb is going to fly down here. Shotgun right to the body. Ninja can't stay alive because the shotgun tells him otherwise. Let's see what Arcanum can do as he's waiting for any member of Cloud9 to push forward. And here comes Hysteria. Are we going to see the Beast Incarnate raise from the ashes here? Because this could very well be the opportunity they were looking for. Bomb is going to fall, and no, as Noble has other plans, but Victory X manages to pick one off. And they do pick up the bomb. So Cloud9 could make moves here. Fear itself is going to bring it inside. Players are going to be by the rocks now, but Fear itself falls right away. I mean, he has teammates there. Victory is going to be there for the cover, perhaps. Ninja's in the rocks as well. Victory's going to move his way through.
I believe we saw that 15-minute mark hit. We'll go check with the station referees there. And it looks like I believe that bomb did not start arming just yet. So I believe this victory will go to Noble Black.
I don't know yet, though. The players seem to be playing. Yes, so there you have it. Yep. Noble Black is going to take a good call there, Bravo.
Yeah, I did see, I think it was actually 14:59 on the clock just before they were able to pick up that bomb. We actually need to check the rules because I think they actually have to have the score hit before the 15-minute mark. So regardless, Noble Black wins. They lead the series 2-1, and we are headed to a Game 4. If you're watching here in the venue or on twitch.tv/Halo, thank you so much for joining our final series of the night. This is the Losers Bracket Round 3, Cloud9 versus Noble Black. Winner will go to the Losers Bracket Finals for a guaranteed top 4.
And speaking of the next matchup here, it's going to be Oddball Lockdown. So that's going to be the game type, folks. It's been quite the series thus far. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here, see what the story tells us. Arcanum, 23 and 20, 21 assists on his end. The only player on that team to get 20, over 20 assists. But still, though, really everyone played their part. The scoreboard really didn't do the justice that these guys had for being able to work as a team to push that one forward. Furthermore, on the Cloud9 side, I have to say, again, a solid performance out of them, but it was really Noble Black that just managed to edge them out just that little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at this play here from Aries, man. This dude was the difference maker in this push. I mean, just again, what was it in this play, Bravo, that made Aries shine so much?
I mean, look at how just waiting, and so like we said throughout the entire game, just taking the time one spawner at a time. They still haven't continued the arm. Look, he's just making sure they kill opponents, because right now C9 is freaking out, right? They're pushing back frantically to the base, and look at him just laying down the cover fire, whether it's on the turret side or the rock side. They're still not arming the bomb right here, so it looks like just clearing out the base, and then Arcanum sweeps in. So all of that happens for about 45 seconds. Arcanum has the help there from Maniac, and he starts the arm here. I just love that play from Noble Black. I cannot believe how well that worked out. We talked about how they wait for the puzzle pieces to all align, right? They wait for the stars to align perfectly before they even start that. So they had, I think, maybe 4 to 6 spawn kills before Arcanum even moved in to clean up the next 2 kills and then get the arm, proving that you don't have to have all the players there. You just need to get the right kills at the right time, and that's going to lead to an arm. That gave them the go-ahead point. Here they are in the series 2-1.
I will say, though, man, lightning often does not strike twice. And, in that particular play, having all that happen in the perfect moment for them, while incredible, for them going into Lockdown Oddball, they just need to play their game and be in the face of Cloud9 as much as they possibly can. So tell us about Lockdown Oddball here, Bravo. What do you expect to see from Cloud9 as well as Noble Black?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Oddball and Lockdown. I haven't actually had the chance to cast this match yet during the tournament, I don't believe. Someone might correct me if I'm wrong there, but one of my favorite game types to play and watch. The game type can go any way, right? You can see that ball being held on almost any part of the map. You can see it at commonly the BR tower holds. However, we often see snipe tower holds, and when things get crazy, we can of course see the bottom green and blue hold as well. Now, any of the game types in this series haven't really indicated which team is going to come out on top. Now, Cloud9 did win 5 flag CTF on Warlord. You see that 4-2, excuse me. That game is the easily comparable too lockdown oddball. It's frantic, it's chaotic, you need to push, you cannot wait. A lot of close quarters action, so we'll see if Cloud9 can edge out. However, Noble Black has the momentum from the last 2 games. Golden Boy, Noble Black is only 1 game away from another upset in the losers bracket and potentially sending home another team here that's seated above them.
People said they couldn't do it. A lot of doubters out there on the interwebs said Noble Black would get, the 7th, 8th spot. Some even said they wouldn't beat Vibe. Their story has been incredible. But again, I want to reiterate this. Cloud9 on the other side, right? We have to talk about them because now's the time where we see Cloud9, we see their true colors, so to speak, right? Are they going to be able to communicate? The smiles, the laughter, the enjoyment, the communication, all that stuff. Is that going to come out here in this matchup? And it seems to be, if we actually switch over to the Cloud9 view here, that they are in, moderate spirits. They were, giving each other high fives, pounds, telling everyone like, yo, relax, we got this. These veterans here, and really when you think about it, man, I mean, while Ninja was a pro, in Reach, you have these 3 guys here who've been around. They've been in these situations more than once. I have no doubt in my mind that they feel good.
Yeah, you got an interesting mix here of even older veteran talent. Halo 3, of course, was the game for Hysteria, where he really made a name for himself. But of course, Victory X and Fear itself, professional players since Halo 2. Yep. They know what they need to do here. And if you're Cloud9, you are not panicked. You might be down 1 game in the series. However, you're ready to now go into game 4. It's going to be oddball on lockdown. Who do you want to start it off with?
You know what, man? I want to go to Aries. I got to go to Aries.
I was thinking the same thing.
He's just been on fire. Incredible performance out of him. So let's go ahead, folks. It's going to be game number 4 here between these 2 teams. And we're kicking it off with Noble Black's Aries as the action begins here. Remember, folks, oddball, it's, the game type, the way it functions, it's crazy, it's fast-paced. But speaking of crazy, Hysteria has that sniper, and we've seen him do some absolutely insane things in the past. Let's jump over to SPOV.
Yeah, Hysteria picking some shots there, getting the assist, so that ball is going to fall and get into Library, but Victory is immediately taken out by grenades. So Cloud9 has control of the map right now, but not necessarily the ball.
And the sword and sniper combination, though, but Hysteria can't stay alive at the top of the BR tower. He will fall, and Aries picks it up here. Both weapons as well. This is not good for Cloud9, given how Aries has been playing thus far in this series.
That's right. This has really been a theme, Golden Boy. Players have really used this sniper sword combo. Of course, always a popular weapon combo, but it seems like, oh, look, Aries trying to hit that angle, but that ball is going to be played. It's going to reset top middle.
And you know what, though? This actually works out very well for Aries because it seems like spawns are going to be coming by blue lift. So long, I think they might actually get some snipe spawns here now. So they are concerned about the middle. Let's see what happens. And yeah, they got snipe spawns and blue spawns. So there's actually a little bit of a split here. Ninja's over by blue, and you have 3 members of Cloud9 over by the snipe.
And here's what I'm talking about, right? Noble Black with the perfect setup, especially with Aries hitting that headshot. Only can see a tip.
Oh my, in the shake with the shake of the screen. What? My goodness,
somehow
that was a shot.
Through that grenade explosion, hits a shot on a player jumping top middle. That's frustrating, Golden Boy. What happened there? 2 players were trying to push across. Immediately, Noble Black stops that. That's going to force C9 on another spot. I can't. Aries just hitting every shot right now.
My word. I am speechless at this time with how Aries has been playing in this series. Looking here, let's see what anyone's going to get the, I guess the challenge butterflies and push forward. But no, not going to be the case. Aries instead is actually going to get a little crazy with it. He's going to push forward with the sword, finding one, going for the double, making it happen, but he gets stuck in turn. That is going to be 3 down here for 4 down now for Cloud9 as Noble Black is looking to take control.
And keep in mind here, you see on your screen, the winner will move on to the losers bracket finals, and the loser will be eliminated this evening. They will not go on to play in day 3.
Yeah, and if you're Maniac, man, you're holding on to that ball for dear life. He actually got the ball holder medal as well, which means he held it for a considerable amount of time. He's just doing his job, doing what needs to be done here to net themselves this victory. Ninja challenges at the cross, but he ends up getting picked as well. So that means that Maniac continues to hold this one here. They rack up the time. They have the snipe side. You mentioned this before as well. You mentioned, the players will oftentimes go for the snipe side.
And Aries right now is pushing over. I like this play, kind of playing a little bit wild, non-traditional. Oh my, with the sneaky back whack. We'll see if he can clean up this kill on Victory. Yes, but I like that the enemy team was spawning across the map. Aries said, I'm going to try my luck and try to rack up some time. However, his teammates will fall across the map as well. Let's go back to Arcanum. He still has the sword and the ball.
Yeah, so the sword is going to help him in that more long-range melee situation. But remember, guys, that ball's a one-hit kill. Now that he has a sniper, though, he cannot concern himself with picking up the ball. He needs his teammates to do that, and APG is doing just that. When you have a teammate like Arcanum with the hot hand and that sword in hand, you got to let him do what he needs to do here. Pressure, though, coming around as he can't do anything with the sword. 60% on that blade, though, should give him one more kill. I don't know how he's managing to stay alive.
He should not have gotten away with that, Golden Boy. Amazing play to strong side away. Drops down, gets the sword kill. That's going to allow them to rotate the ball to Library. However, Cloud9 is going to pick that up. So Arcanum's going to need to reset with his team for just a moment. That's okay, though, because they do have that 60-point lead.
But for Cloud9, though, to keep that ball inside the Library, get as much time as you possibly can. You know, let's see what Noble Black's going to do here. That sword finding yet another player, but he falls, which means that they don't have to concern themselves too much with it, and Ninja can continue to hold the ball as long as he wants.
All four dead for Noble Black just now. That's going to allow Ninja to move. If he wanted to, he probably can move up the elbow. So he looks like he's thinking about it, but hasn't done it yet. So right now, going to play this save. He doesn't want to get trapped from a BR or a window angle at all, you know.
Yeah.
So not window, excuse me, but anywhere on open ramp.
I actually, you know, correction on that one. I do agree with this hold here.
Yeah, because there's no pressure right now, right? He doesn't actually need to move up right there. He would have gotten pinched by that player in glass. Instead, he's just racking up some time. Now they're only 20 points down, so good play here from Ninja, very much playing on the fly, taking it in stride, knowing that he can just take his time with this hold and forcing the enemy team over to snipe first.
Oh, look at that sword from Victory. And yeah, the reason why this hold is so good as well is look at the angles that he has, right? He can see the player coming by the back snipe ramp. He can see the player down in the bottom middle. He can also play the ball when he wants to, just like what he did right there. So they are now within spitting distance of being able to come back into this, and that's going to be a sword slice right to the chest there of Arcanum. Victory X is looking to follow this one up with a couple solid snipe shots, finding one up top. He has a couple bullets in the chamber as well, looking to put him to good use.
A very good play there from Victory X and the Cloud9 squad. They're only 1 point down now. He gets that stick on a player jumping off
double.
My gosh, turning 2 there as that ball will come across and almost hits the quick scope as well.
And the ball player manages to stay alive. I don't know who that was at the moment.
That was Arcanum, actually. He will fall just now, so we'll see who picks up that ball. It's going to be Ninja on C9 actually bringing that thing up to top BR. He has teammates at blue, looks like, so he needs to stay alive.
Yeah, he has Victory X over at blue, but no one with him at the BR tower, so he just has to be considerate of the fact that he could get pushed by open ramp. That's where Victory's job comes into place, but because he drops down, he's exposing himself. Now looking to play the ball, doing his job again with ease there, and they have this lead 103 to 89. Noble Black have not been able to get control of this ball so far.
Yeah, now staying on board with Fear itself on the Cloud9 side, they really rallied back here on that play. They're able to get control of Snipe Tower. I have to talk about for a moment, Golden Boy, while Noble Black holds the ball, it's so important that they were holding Snipe Tower because that forces the enemy team, Noble Black, to actually take control of Snipe before they can push that ball. And you kind of create these secondary objectives that's going to buy you that time in a game like Oddball.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense there. And unfortunately, for one of the members of Noble, they could not play the ball there. But for Cloud9, it is good news because they have this player pressured here and forced to play that ball.
And I'm not sure about that decision. APG actually just took himself off with the ball. He wasn't, from my angle, under too much pressure. That's going to allow Victory X and Cloud9 to set up at the BR tower. Ninja at BR2, Hysteria at top blue, and Fear itself at top BR.
And look what Victory's doing here, man. He's getting those angles. That's all he really concerns himself with, right? And how can he assist his teammates? Hysteria almost got flanked, but luckily for him, Victory X made the call out, so he was able to respond in turn. And continuing to hold this down, watching the bottom blue in case someone decides to get reckless with it, as well as the hop up over to the BR tower. This is quality play here.
It is. Noble Black looking like they are starting to want to push Victory X here, trying to stay alive. Looks like Arcanum is pushing, so here comes the Noble Black push. Arcanum with sniper rifle in hand. Victory with still with Fear itself here at BR though.
And looking over.
Look at the clock too. 1:43. The clock just continues to tick up for Cloud9.
Yeah, Arcanum and the crew have to figure something out
They
here.
need to go. They need to go right now. They've let them get too much time.
Yeah, and also, they're really just, I guess, nestled in the library. Real nice. They have plenty of opportunities to play the ball, that's making these guys have to reset, which is exactly what Victory ended up doing there. While sure, there's two players there with the pressure now, they end up giving up some positioning as well as the sword. And a second, no, actually, managed to stay alive there. That was going to be Maniac with that, and they got the ball back. So now they're bringing it over to the library, looking to see if their luck can be just as good as Cloud9.
So playing this game very much like they played Neutral Bomb on Shrine, right? Golden Boy, they waited until the perfect moment where they push, even though it means they gave up 40 points there. They let Cloud9 hold the ball until the time was right. Now Maniac picks up the double kill. They might be able to rack up some time here at the BR setup.
Down by 40 here, Bravo. So this is the opportunity for them to come back. A lot of time in the matchup, 3 minutes and 20 seconds, but they know this player is going to be hanging around there. But I don't know where this red player is, though. He might be BR3. I think he may have gotten a call out that he did, fall. So perhaps he's playing this one slow. Nope, actually, that player is still around. That's going to be Ninja on the prowl here. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can live up to his name and sneak up behind, but the sniper is not going to have any of that, though. And that's going to be a stop. Ninja can't do anything about it. Arcanum playing great. He has that snipe in the middle, though, having to drop back in the library quick enough. That sword and snipe are right outside.
Yeah, Aries might drop and pick up those weapons. We'll see. No, looks like he's going to opt to get as much time as he can and team shoot through the window. But mind you, these teams are very close here, only 15 points away or so.
Yeah, and oh, he gets the stick as well. That was beautiful, but he couldn't stay alive. APG, though, there for the pickup. They're down only by a little bit now. This matchup was 40 points. Arcanum with the sword, but the lunge comes through like a champion. Hysteria manages to pick it back up.
That's a big push from Cloud9. I think Noble Black would have liked to have gotten a play ball somewhere in there, because once again, Cloud9 with the BR setup. I'm scanning the screens of Noble Black, but here come Aries and APG, but Hysteria will have none of that. Wow. He picks up the double. Arcanum's the only player alive for Noble Black. He's going to get pinched here, top middle. He has to drop down.
Yeah, he really doesn't have much of a choice as well. They know where he is, too. He's been called out, so you can expect someone to just be paying attention. But that player's going to be right next to him, and he's going to hit him. But the ball is still going to be right by the open ramp. So that means that Cloud9 could go for it and get it back in their possession. Hysteria, though, is on the move, but one of the members of Noble Black have control of it. Back over to Cloud9 yet again. Only 10 points remaining, and they will be able to take this one, forcing game 5.
That's right. Aries has a sniper rifle, but it might be too little too late as he finds a player S3. He gets taken out, though, however, by Victory. Ninja staying alive at S3. Victory drops down to pick up this ball. Like you said, only 10 seconds away is Cloud9 from tying this series. We might be going to game 5.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man. I mean, with the way this has been playing out, and Victory manages to stay alive. Can he get the remaining 4 points? As it seems like that is going to be the case. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to game number 5 between these two teams. What a series this has been so far.
Yeah, you know, if you joined us for Gamers Forgiving, you saw that tournament was full of sweeps. This has been the exact opposite today.
Yeah.
I think we've gone to game 5 for all series but 1, and here we are again, Cloud9 versus Noble Black. I gotta tell you, Noble Black coming out and putting on quite a show this entire tournament, but Cloud9 says not so fast. We are going to game 5, Team Slayer on Warlord, and what an exciting game to have for game 5, right? It's going to have that same hectic pace of our games 1 and 4 here to close out the series and the day.
Take a look at the post-Carnage report. Cloud9 looking great. Ninja and Victory playing objective like bosses, as well as contributing in the kill column, but Hysteria doing what he does best, as well as Fear itself with those assists. Both of those players getting those assists means a lot for that squad, too.
Yeah, it looks like Noble actually outslaying C9 by a bit. Look at those numbers, only really coming from Aries. He's the most positive player, so not the entire team there, but Noble Black doing well to put some kills on the board. I have to note, though, C9 only had 2 players who went positive, and they only went positive 1.
Yeah.
So right there, they were really playing the objective wherever they needed to. Noble Black did mount a comeback towards the end. It was not enough. Cloud9 racks up those last seconds, really put the pressure on Cloud9.
Yeah, you know, Cloud9 saying, hey, Noble, you think you're going to take us in 4 games? Nope, we're going to make you work for it, and, you know, we're going to stop you in your tracks, you know, to boot. So,
and I think a lot of it, Golden Boy, was Noble Black, they do take their time on getting those setups, which is not something you can really do on a game type like Oddball or, you know, a game type like King of the Hill. It gave up 40 seconds or so where the enemy team was able to get that ball time, and of course that's going to be a big difference maker towards the end of the match.
One thing I also want to point out too is Warlord Slayer. This game type is crazy fast, folks. Like, you thought, we had what was it, Lockdown Slayer, and that was, a little quick, right? We were saying, man, this game type's a lot faster than usual. Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet.
No,
Warlord Slayer is ridiculous.
It is going to be fast-paced. I tell you right now, if you are prone to seizures, you may want to be careful. Keep your browser ready to minimize, because we are going to be switching back and forth between these players quite quickly here throughout the match. They're going to be coming off the spawn, dropping immediately almost as they try to push in and help their team. That's generally what we see, unless one of these teams surprises us and starts to establish map control. Then if they start to get the enemy team on the spawn trap, we could see something very differently. But generally, Warlord Team Slayer is not a one-sided match just because of how quickly it plays.
Yeah, it's just been, throughout this weekend, constant close matchups here. But again, guys, this has been an incredible series. We had that awesome series with CLG earlier today, and really just when you think about it, and CLG in denial, I should say, when you think about it, man, all these players here, they're playing for that right there, that trophy, that opportunity to say they are the Halo Championship Series Season 1 champions, folks. Let's go ahead and get into it. Game number 5, and we're kicking it off with none other than Hysteria.
Yeah, had to kick it off with Hysteria. He had that huge performance in Slayer last series. Want to see if him and the squad can pull it off again.
Shotgun right behind him there as he manages to get the ICU. That player did have the camo and a double kill to boot. Let's see if Hysteria can follow it up with a third. No triple kill for him, but still the goal here, get as many as you possibly can. Gets the stick as well. That's going to be beautiful for Maniacs 3. That really was just so important for Cloud9 to have here.
Great opening for Hysteria. They're going to go up by a few kills early on. 7-4 is the score, as Ares is taken down as well. Now over to APG.
APG, a player who has been in the scene for quite a while here. A guy who many regard to be one of the best players in the game as well. At one point or another, he flip-flops back and forth. Everyone's like, he's the best, he's not the best. But one thing's for certain, on this day, he is looking to be the best he possibly can be, along with the rest of Noble Black. But Fear itself has other plans. As Maniac right in front, 2 members, though, of Noble Black right in front of him. Ninja has to deal with this one guy in front. He manages to kill his teammate, but Ninja has to avoid all these grenades, and he manages to stay alive.
Still 16-8. They have managed to keep their opponent's score doubled throughout the entire match. If they can keep this up, they will advance to the losers bracket finals. Now over to Maniac.
Only 5, though. Only 5 kills separates these two teams. It seemed like Cloud9 was firmly in control, but you can never sleep on Noble Black. And that's going to be a Hail Mary and a grenade kill to boot. Ares finding one, a double kill. Now we're within 3, as we were at the start of this matchup when, and I believe it was Hysteria went on that awesome 3-kill spree there.
Keep in mind, it was just 18-6, so that's 9 almost unanswered kills there from Noble Black. Now back over to Ninja on the C9 side.
Oh, he's in a bad situation here. By bottom needles. He can't stay alive because there was 3 members of Noble Black around him. 4 kills separates these two teams. Victory XO looking to make it 5 as he finds someone below, but his teammates are going to be there for the pick. That's going to make it another 4-kill spread here as Cloud9 crosses the halfway point, 25-20.
Yeah, a little bit of a 5-kill cushion here. That's got to get them feeling good. Like you said, it was just 3 kills a moment ago. Victory X gets the stick before the player can get through the portal. So now 26-24 will stay on board with victory.
APG unawares here, gets the melee as well, finding another, maybe the double, not gonna happen though. Victory X making the call outs happen. Fear itself is stone face as he is, ensuring that he can bring his team to that loser bracket finals, but he will get stopped in his tracks by Arcanum. Ninja gets taken out as well. Over to Noble Black, where we told you guys it was gonna be fast and frantic, and we weren't kidding, as the game is within spitting distance for Noble Black to come back within 1, but Fear itself is gonna stop that.
Big shots from Fear itself, as you heard the crowd give a little bit of a reaction there, as Fear itself clearly outshot them. So now we are tied up 32-32.
I cannot believe what we're seeing here, Bravo. It was, what, 16-5 at one point, or something ridiculous or another?
16-8, that's right.
16-8, and Noble Black has fought back in this, and they took the lead by 3 here. This is the first lead that they've had.
And Ares does have the camo. We'll switch over to him if Arcanum is taken out, but Arcanum now with a 3-kill lead, trying to find the right opponent to shoot, and he gets taken down. Now over to Ares.
This is going to be a good look for Ares here, because with this, at Bank Nade could find a kill. He's waiting for him around the corner.
He wanted him to port, and he did not port through. That's unfortunate for Aries. Hysteria too wise. He knew that Aries would be ready for that with that top mid angle.
This matchup is insane. Fear itself tried to go in the bottom middle there, but he had to turn around when he hit that wall. And let's see what Aries is going to do here. 2 kills separates, now 3. Finding another one in front. That's going to be 3 again here. Guys, this matchup has been so close. 11 kills for Noble Black to push forward into the loser bracket finals and a top 3 finish. People said they couldn't do it. They said they'd get top 8. Cloud9, though, the story of them, the arguments, I guess the confrontation between these teams. This is their time to shine for Cloud9, but Noble only 7 kills away. Scratch that, 6 kills here, and the Cinderella story could continue.
Look at Aries' perfect shots across the map. This is the home stretch. They're only 5 kills away from closing out game 5. Finds victory, pulls out the shotgun, and gets him right there with the shotgun.
2 kills remaining, folks, and he's gonna get the 49th, the double kill. Can they do it? They said they couldn't make it happen. Everyone said Noble Black is a team that will get destroyed by the EU squad, but instead, here they are on the hunt, the Predator Aries for the final kill, and they're going to the loser bracket finals.
My gosh, what a finish from Noble Black there. A commanding victory at the end, despite the fact that it felt like Cloud9 led that entire match. However, Noble Black wins it 50-39. Cloud9 right there at the end. You know, when I saw them with the 8-kill lead, I was wondering, are they going to let this go? Are they going to fall apart towards the end? Noble Black was too much to handle. Aries with that camo and shotgun. Perfect placement there. I got to say, their team composition towards the end, the Cloud9 was not able to do anything from the bottom of the map. Complete control of the top from Noble Black. They are truly making a mess of all these teams in the losers bracket above them. They have knocked them out one by one.
Let's take a look at Aries' score here as we take a look at the post-Carnage report. We have 18-8 for Aries. APG, 15 with 10 assists. Look at Arcanum, 5, but 17 assists involved in 22 different gun battles in that matchup. More so than I think almost everyone besides APG. That kind of stuff is what you want to see there. Of course, guys, I would say this. For Cloud9, as well as Noble Black, everyone wrote them off. They said these teams, they're good, but they're not that good, right? Optic Gaming should be able to dispose of them. I mean, Cloud9 had a hurdle over Optic numerous times in tournaments in the past, and yet somehow, some way, they managed to overcome. But now Noble Black, after a disappointing finish at Gamers for Giving, they are here to stay. This is awesome. I am so excited for what we're going to watch tomorrow, folks.
Oh, it's going to be good. I mean, also the fact that they took out Denial as well. What an upset that was. And now they also defeat Cloud9. No one wants to play Noble Black tomorrow. I can tell you that much, Golden Boy.
Well, here's the thing, though, right? Granted, Noble Black is playing incredible. And I think if the tournament continued today, Noble Black could realistically pull this one out. Honestly, they're way too hot at this point. But they're going to get rest. Their hands are going to cool. And Evil Geniuses and CLG, they're looking. These are 2 teams that are real studied teams. They always look at their competition to see what they're going to be bringing to the table. If you're Noble Black, though, you're feeling good, you're feeling motivated, but don't rest on your laurels. Tomorrow is going to be a whole new challenge for them. And they've overcome so far. But I believe that this squad has all the capability in the world, but they have a tall order in front of them with either Evil Geniuses or Counterlogic Gaming, the #1 and #2 seed in the HCS.
And I have to say, I keep thinking about that neutral bomb on Shrine, how Noble Black just put the pieces together in game number 3 to win that and go up in the series 2-1. And then in Team Slayer on Warlord, when you're losing a game 16-8, your tournament life is on the line, right? You're getting pinned into your own base. Somehow they managed to rally back. We do have Clutch on the floor with that very squad. Noble Black, Clutch, over to you.
Thank you, Bravo. Congratulations to Noble Black. One heck of a series against Cloud9. Arcanum, we were able to speak to you before we all came out here to Boston. I asked, what are your stakes? What are the goals for Noble Black? And you said you wanted to prove you belong here. You wanted to prove that you are one of the best teams in this league. Did you make that statement by making it to top 3 today?
100%. I mean, people had us placing last and 8th, and you know, we know all of us are capable of being top tier and being at the top, playing in the finals. And you know, all of us were leftovers really from past teams. And we knew what we're capable of, and we're here. We proved that. And if anybody, nobody can really dispute it.
Nobody can't dispute that because you will be moving on tomorrow in the loser bracket finals. Who would you rather face, CLG or Evil Geniuses?
Hands down, I want it to be us and EG in the finals.
Crowd, was that something you'd like to see in the finals? I think so. And finally, Arcanum, on behalf of Noble Black, what would you like to say to your fans that have been supporting you throughout this entire season?
Honestly, everyone that supported us, I thank you so much. I mean, last event was rough, and people started to doubt us, but you all stuck with us. And I hope that we gained new fans throughout our triumphs this tournament. So thank you so much, and I hope you continue to support us.
Well, thank you, Noble Black. Again, congratulations. I'm sure you got some shirts out there for the crowd. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the bracket right now and where we stand with the tournament. Evil Geniuses and CLG will be our first matchup. In the losers finals, the loser of that match will face Noble Black, and then the grand finals to determine who will be the champion of season 1 and to take home the majority of that $100,000 prize pool. Let's take a look at the standings and where we sit with the tournament. Overall, first place will be $50,000, second place $20K, third place $10K. Cloud9 will be taking home $8,000 in fourth place. Denial eSports, along with Straight Rippin', taking home $4,000, and Elevate and Optic Gaming will be taking home $2K. TGN Vibe, joining us from the UK, did take home a $10,000 prize from their tournament in the UK. So congratulations to them. We wish them the best of luck in season 2. That does it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The first matchup will be CLG versus Evil Geniuses. We'd like to thank our sponsors, G2A and Astro. On behalf of everybody here at the Halo Championship Series Season 1 Finals, thanks for watching. Also, a thank you to Ben Q. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. And also a huge thank you to ESL. Good night and good game.